My God, Becky, look at her butt. It is so nasty. Hey man, you got a smoke?
No.
Be a whole lot cooler than you think. Lots of nice stuffing. That's good when we got something fragile in here. You know, all the way from France. Oh, that is extremely well packaged. Let's give me a minute here to perform some surgery. And there it is. We got a new light. I did not realize it was missing the ballast. I did realize it was missing this cover, which I have. I also have a ballast, so we should be good. Front appears to be pretty nice. We got a little chunk in here because this just missing this front edge. Got my plastic welder to fix that. The rest of the tabs are good. Cover, lens, everything looks really nice. So that's awesome. Very good news. We can get this installed and paint up our front bumper. Get that installed as well. Alright, the light is complete. Lucky I had those pieces. Now we will slap it in the car, plug it in, make sure it works. Because if it doesn't, we're still screwed. It's alive! So glad that worked, because my old ballast box and everything had been sitting outside in the rain for the last, I don't know, months and months. But there it is. We got money on both. I guess that means I need to scuff and paint this now. Let's do it! And we've got this front bumper finally all smoothed out, or roughed up, I guess. Hit it with some 400, and that's where a sticker was. Tried my best to get it off, but kind of had to sand it out. And then been working on the rear bumper as well. There's a couple spots I wasn't quite happy with here where I repaired it, so looks real good now. I'm just gonna, got a couple coats of primer on there, so it's been sitting for a few hours. I'm gonna go ahead and just wet sand that out, and we should be ready for paint. Welcome to another beautiful morning here. We got good news and bad news. Of course, our good news is our bumpers are ready to paint. We have a working headlight. And the bad news is I had to order more parts. After taking this baby up the street, I realized that this cooler, which happens to be a differential cooler, is leaking. That bracket was a little mangled. I pulled it off and tried to straighten it out, get everything fitting again, as I did. But after taking it for a little drive, I saw that it was leaking. And you can tell the cores are all wet there. So found me one on the good old eBay, and it should be here soon. Let's pull these rides out so we can set up our bumpers and turn that little box fan on and start painting. We're mixing her up. It's looking like a good match. Everything's all clean, set, and ready to go. Load it in that gun and spray away. Well, I've been working really hard the last 30 minutes trying to save this paint job. I'll show you what and why. So this side of the bumper I never even did any work to, but there was one little sanded through edge, and right there it just had like a 1-inch little pull up of the paint. And I tried to quickly smooth it out, and of course that just caused more issues, so ended up wet sanding the whole edge down real quick. Just shot one little spot of paint on there and make sure it's not going to lift again, but looks like we're in the clear. We'll get that done so we don't waste all our paint, and then we can shoot the clear because this all looks good. I was super pissed, as most would be, but as long as the clear coat goes down and it all works, I'll be happy. Alright, pulled the car in, going to jack up this corner, get our inner fender well in, get the bottom of that fender fully attached. Was able to plastic weld this headlight piece back in. Got all these other bumper support brackets reinstalled, and this headlight had 2 broken tabs as well, so got those locked in and everything's looking pretty good on it. Not too shabby for a full rebuild on this one. I just had this other piece left over from my old headlight, and this was completely gone, so I just filled it and made it work. Liner's in. Just need to pop this little splash shield in with one more screw in the bottom, and we'll be ready to put the wheel back on. This tucks in here. There we go. There we go. Looking tough. The only thing I think I'm really going to struggle with here is these brackets that the bumper clips into. It's kind of has quite a bit of adjustment. So I'll probably just start in the middle clip the bumper in and hope I don't have to take it off again. The only reason I don't have this one for reference anymore either is because I had to loosen it to get, I had to take it off to get the headlight out. Headlight won't fit out of there with it, so oh well, we'll figure it out. Well, I just snipped it on there to let her sit overnight. Tomorrow, I'll grab the grill up there, slap it in, the bumper reinforcement, put the lights in, whatever else. I think that's it. Should be good to go. I got some 3M tape. I can put the emblem back on and front end will be complete. So awesome. All right, it's time to rip this bumper back off, assemble it, and put it right back on the right way. Boy, look at them flakes. That looks real good. I have to turn this over and hope we don't scuff or scratch it up on this fine foam. And I guess put our standard Z51 grill in here. I really wanted to get a Z06 grill, but I already had a nice Z51 and tried selling it. Nobody bit, so just gonna keep it with the Z51 to keep it on a budget and throw everything else back in here. Alright, grill's all tucked in, everything's snapped in. Gotta love OEM. This is the bumper support stiffener for the bottom. Voila! Okay, so we got the marker lights on, and we have our marker lights here, which I believe are the right ones. They're labeled with a red dot and a yellow dot, so we shall see if I'm correct here. The yellow dot should indicate the front, I would believe. Uh-oh. Is this the right way? Oh, well, that one still broke off inside. I have to clean that out. Good thing we got another one here. Let's give this a shot. Boom. Nailed it. Look at that baby. Say it's coming together pretty well, folks. Just got a few screws to put along the underside to attach that bumper support at the bottom, and the skid tray or whatever you call it goes underneath. And then my couple screws here, just right in the fender. We got 3 of them there. And then we'll put our badge on the front and we'll call that buttoned up. So much adjustment on that thing. It's tough, but we got it. As you can see here, all my body work and everything, this bumper, it just turned out beautifully. But you might ask, why does it have a matte finish? Well, that's where my day went poorly yesterday. And I didn't do any work to this side, but there was one little spot about right here that I had burned through when I was wet sanding. So all I did was just spray a little on here and across there to blend it and get that covered, and I was going to come back and clear the whole thing. And I came back and found this corner right here was all wrinkled up. The paint didn't stick. There was some kind of solvent or oil or grease or something that was pulling it away. And I found out after quickly working like a madman, sanding this whole thing with 320 and then 400, just trying to get that all out to what you see right now, so I could save the paint job and just shoot a little more paint on there and then clear it before my paint ran out, because I was completely out of paint, didn't have any more paint left. So I ended up hitting it again, put one light coat on, left it in the sun. It looked great. It wasn't doing anything weird. So I came back, put one more heavy coat on, and as you can see, it didn't work out. It was good for about 10 minutes, and then as soon as I mixed up my clear and started spraying the front bumper, came back to look, and this whole area was completely, all I did was just scraped off the raised up paint. So all that was completely wrinkled and raised up. So now I gotta go, I think it's all I can get is a pint, you know, it's the smallest I can get a paint, and that's like almost 200 bucks, so that sucks. But at least the paint match still looks great and everything, so I'm confident that I can just reshoot that. Of course, now I have to wet sand this whole freaking thing again, but that's the way it goes. Did send off the seat belts finally, so those will be coming any day now, so I can button up all this interior and that bumper at the same time. Should be able to get all that done. And my God, boys and girls, from that point, I don't think there's much else to do but party, do some burnouts in this thing, because that's the point we're going to be at. It's pretty awesome. I can't wait, and I think it's turned out pretty good. Like I said, I still want to get some side skirts or arrow or whatever you call them on these things. Some people even call them running boards, you know, but this ain't a truck. And then a front splitter to go across the bottom as well. So I'll be looking at those. And what do y'all think of that Z51 grill? It's actually been painted. The center bar there is supposed to be chrome, and whom I got it from, they painted it black, and I don't think it looks bad. It's not too bad, and it's got the factory color finish still on the edges. The I don't remember what they call it. It's right here. Well, doesn't say it on there either, but yeah, that sparkly color. Alright, well, I'm going to finish up this front bumper. Woo! What do you think, Maui? Like it? Oh yeah. Got her dialed pretty good. Got all the screws in there. Everything up underneath is all finished out. And not sure what went across the center there. If there was supposed to be another plastic support, or if that's for the front splitter, I think maybe it goes under. I don't know. See when we order one. I know some of them I saw look like they just cover on the bumper, and then others have like an extension that looks like it actually screws into that further back section. So assuming that's probably what it's for. All in all, I think I'm pretty darn happy with it, and I can't wait to move on to the next thing. Oh wait, let's put that on. In fact, I'm guessing that these emblems are maybe curved a little differently front to rear, but this one says front right there. I'll clean it up with a little reducer, get the old glue residue off. And then I got this, my window setting tape. It's double-sided, same color gray, and looks to be the same height, so that should be good. Get this all decked out. There it is, all finished, ready to stick on. I only get one chance, just one. Let's try not to screw it up. Usually with windows I spray this with glass cleaner as I set it on so it can kind of do its thing. You can adjust it around a little bit, but we're just gonna have faith. Trust in the system. Shazam! There it is. What's odd is behind the bumper in the reinforcement structure, there's actually two holes underneath this thing, almost like they were gonna make it bolt on, but changed their minds because they're cheap. That's okay. Whatever works. There we have it, folks. And that's gonna be a wrap for this video. I thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm super excited how all this is coming together finally. And hey, life's always handing out lemons. I guess my baskets are never full. They just keep giving me more. That rear bumper, what can you do? All I can do is sand it down and try again. So we'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll get that completed. This rear end put together, this interior thrown together, maybe wash this thing, buff it, and hit the road.